what's up, YouTube? It's B. Got a little treat for you guys today. I tried to shoot this yesterday, but I accidentally deleted it. So hopefully today we won't run into that problem. You guys have all heard me talk about how Bandit Winnie got me hooked on those tea mistos, right? Which is basically a drink at Starbucks that's got 2 tea bags in it. It's half skim milk, steamed skim milk, and then the rest is water. It's got some Splenda in it, and it's really good. It's probably my favorite drink now at Starbucks. But you know, sometimes when I get up in the morning and I'm really itching for something, Starbucks isn't open, and I would normally just make some coffee, but you know, I'm kind of spoiled now, so I don't get to do that anymore. So I spent a few days in the kitchen figuring out how to make a pretty close replica of the Starbucks tea misto at home. Now, you're going to need some things before you get started. The first thing you're going to need is you're going to need the proper tea. Alright, so let's take a look at what we've got here. This is the tea. This is tea by a company called Tazo, T-A-Z-O, in case you can't read that. It comes in 2 different varieties. This is the tea bag version. It's a decent substitute, but it's not quite the same thing as you would get at the at Starbucks. This has got 20 bags in it, run you about $4. It will work. It's not bad, but it's not the same. This is a little different. It comes in a tin, and it's got these little sachets, I guess they call them. It's whole leaf tea. There's 15 of these in here, but this guy will cost you like $8, which is why sometimes you might want to look at this. What I've actually done is I split the 2. I use a tea bag and a whole bag, and then it's not perfect, but it's not bad. So you play around with it. If you don't mind spending the extra money, this is definitely the way to go. So I've got my tea. I've got some water here on the stove. It's already starting to heat up to save us a little bit of time. We've got skim milk, and I've got Splenda. This is actually a Priva. It's a generic Splenda marketed by a popular supermarket brand that I can't mention on YouTube. And then I've got my container here that I'm going to put everything in. This is a, man, I'm making some noise. This is just a 20-ounce coffee container from Starbucks. A venti drink is 20 ounces, and a tall is 10, and I think a grande is 16. So based on what size you get, that's what you're going to want to do. So what I've got now is I've got our water boiling here. We're going to fill the cup about not quite a third of the way up, but not halfway up either with skim milk. And there's a method to the madness here. Now I know when you've seen or heard Wendy talking about her mistos, she gets them with half steamed milk. Here's the deal. Steamed milk is milk that has had steam run through it, right? Well, when the milk hits the steam, the water stays inside the milk. It just heats it up. Well, when it's all done, the milk is actually about 15 to 20% water. So if you're heating it up this way, which I don't have a steamer, you're going to want to add a little more water than you would if you were going to order at Starbucks, because in actuality, half steamed milk is really only about, not quite 3/4, a little less than a third milk, and the rest is water. So as soon as this starts to boil, which it is almost done, we're going to go ahead and put the rest of this together. I'm going to go ahead and drop my Splenda in here. You don't have to watch that. It's really not rocket science, and I'll cut back here in about. So this is the rest of our Splenda. Here is our water, which is just about boiling. I'm going to go ahead and take that off the fire, because we don't want it boiling. We just want it really, really hot. The milk is going to cool it down a little bit, but not too much. Now, fill this up enough to leave you some room to get your lid on. Now, quick tip, you're definitely going to want to stir this before you put your tea bags in, because you've got Splenda down on the bottom here. So give it a little stir, get it cranking, and drop your tea bags in. And a little piece of advice, I'd let it sit a minute or so before you actually start drinking on it, because it takes a minute for the tea to start kicking in. And it's going to be hot, so be careful. It's a lot hotter than it is at Starbucks. If you have a thermometer, just for your own reference, 160 degrees is the temperature that they steam milk to. So while you're heating this up, if you want to make sure you keep it at about 175 degrees, because when you dump the hot water into the cold milk, it's going to cool down some. Anyway, play around with this. You're going to have to get the proportions right to fit your cup and your taste. Like I said, it won't put you into business anywhere, and it certainly doesn't replace the mistos you get at Starbucks. But if you can't get to a Starbucks, or if there's just not a Starbucks near you, this is a pretty good replica. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you thumbs up, don't thumbs down, subscribe, tell your friends, and come back and see us. Take care.